Okay, I was going to show a little bit of a crocheting thing. For one thing I'm going to show is how to make a pop. Put 4 single crochets in one stitch. 2, 3, 4. Take out your hook, stick it in through the back, grab your yarn and pull it through. And then make your single crochet after. Okay. Some of the problems some people are having is when they turn their work to do their single crochet row, they're not knowing where to single crochet at around that pop. If you look at the top of your work, you can count your stitches easily because there's a stitch before the pop, a stitch after, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a 12 right before the pop. And if you look at the top of it, you can see your stitches really well. But see how both those stitches, if you look at the top, there's one and the pop's in the center. So there's a stitch on each side of that pop. Okay, so if we turn our work, I'm going to do some single crochets so you can see how to single crochet around that pop in order to keep your stitches. Okay, so I'm at the end. I make my last single crochet. Always chain 1 to churn, and when you churn, make sure you always go in that first stitch closest to that, closest to your hook. That's your first single crochet. That's got to be there. Okay, on that pop, if you look at the top of it, you see the 2 loops right there. You're going to stick your hook in. You're going to make a single crochet. Then you're going to, right after the pop, it's almost on top of that pop, but that's a hole there. So if you look at the front, I can show you this way too. You have a stitch here, and you have a stitch here. That hook's a little big. Okay, and you have a stitch here. Okay, now here's what the front would look like. See how that pop is, there's a stitch on both sides of that pop. So when you single crochet, and I pulled them up a little bit, you can even see. So you're going to go a single crochet before the pop and a single crochet after the pop. And then you're just going to single crochet in each one. Until we get to the next pop. And when we get to the next pop, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be a single crochet there, and then you can see there's another hole right there in front of that pop. You're going to put a single crochet, and then there, if you push your pop up a little bit, you'll see there's another hole. That single crochet, we call it behind the pop. So when you single crochet on your single crochet row, to make sure you have the right amount, it's single crochet before the stitch before your pop, and then you're going to single crochet in the stitch after your pop. So that is a stitch that is very often missed, is right there. But when you look at the top, this is what it'll look like going from the top. Here's your pop. It's right in the middle, and there's a pop here in the front, or a single crochet here in front of the pop, and then there's a single crochet right here behind the pop. So if I was to put 2 crochet hooks in here to show you what it would look like on top, see, your pop is still there in the center of that. So that is the most missed stitch of all, and that is right there on that pop. And it is, I just kind of hold it down with my thumb a little bit, and you're going to go a single crochet before the pop, and then you're going to find that little hidden single crochet after the pop. And on each one there's a little hidden single crochet behind the pop. So it's a single crochet before the pop and a single crochet after. And then I'm going to crochet down to the end. And when you do sections, it's very easy to keep count, because if you know how many single crochet you need across for just that section, where I have them numbered and it says do 19 single crochet, then you would just count that section and make sure all them single crochet are there. And then when you change colors, same thing. With this color here, we're going in behind the pop, pull up 2, and then we're going to grab our new color. We're going to pull it through the 2 old. That makes your color change. And then you're going to single crochet in before the pop, and you're going to single crochet behind the pop. There's always one behind that pop. There's always one in front of the pop and one behind. So your pop is right there between those two. And if you make sure you always get that hole behind that pop, then you're good to go. Because when you get done single crocheting, your 2 single crochets are like this. And that pop is between those 2. See how that pop is? And there's your 2 single crochet. That's what you're doing. You're single crocheting one before the pop, and you're single crocheting one behind the pop. So that's what it would look like. I hope that helps.